Work to find these, particularly on the defensive side for Optic. Kind of just the safety in numbers that the DRX play with, and again, it's pretty much rinse and repeat for them. And this is we saw this a number of times versus Optic. They're actually ready to challenge it. RB punishes.
Yeah, this should be. We're gonna have to tell how it is, right? This should be DRX with a win. This should be a 1-1 series, and then third map is a different, you know, kettle of fish. We'll talk about that when we get to it, but. By all statistics, by all accounts, DRX have the upper hand firmly in this map. Now, what does that mean practically? Well, we just eye up ZETA and see if they can disrupt, see if they can find new ways, see if they've drawn information out of those prior matches from DRX that have looked good. As I said, that default is just all-encompassing. It is very hard to break around, as Depp just found out.
And the protocols are so robust for DRX on attack. Again, like I said, it's rinse and repeat pretty much. Laz actually got himself into a weird spot here. He's so deep in main, he's actually going to be rewarded.
He's just standing. But the problem is he's no back line, really. How does he get out of this without too much danger? He's trying to stick around and fight. There's the way out. But again, a little bit of chip damage to add to it, so Buzz certainly not as well established as before.
2 in a 4v4 though. See how DRX can hold on to site here. Trailblazer are going to come through, and again, not really going to find an awful lot. Not even going to make its way into heaven.
Standing ahead.
I want to see that backline fight as well. I'm keeping 10 in my mind here, as I was curious if he was going to try and clear through main, but it looks like he's coming around to short. Nice damage towards hell there. RB's going to take a little bit of it, but Marco's still perfectly fine, and time started to dwindle. If ZETA want to make a move, they've got to make it fast. There's 10, just find Marco. RB now pulled in, has to fight, and it's clean enough with support, and DRX off to the beginning they need to correct and right the wrongs of map 1.
And with this double swing through tiles, the B main control, this double smoke from Marco here, and whether or not this is Depp kind of planting the seeds that they're going to challenge this repeatedly. At least he's in position to try and deny that early control. So we're talking about actually massive. And they have an insane rate. It's like 95% of the time they find a first blood, they win the round. So already here, looking good for DRX.
And I want to recall your memory at home for everyone watching. Just remember how hard Ye was shut down on this map. Every time he tried to explore anything, every time he tried to find a bit of room, something that he's one of the best in the world at is taking that opening space. You're going to see similar problems for someone like Laz, someone like Depp. I want to see if they're able to make any mark on that, if they're able to build any control off this, because it was something that Optic were really tasked with doing and found incredibly hard. So something to just remember as this game goes on. For now, this should be a comfortable round unless they did meet maybe 10 Depp or Laz. So far, they found Sugar Zero, and it was quite clean. So Depp tries to find the timing, and he just finds, well, Buzz behind him. Yeah. I hate jump scares so much. It's so cheap, and it really upsets me every time it gets me.
A double flank here, I'd say. 10 and Laz. Marco already repositioned back deep in A lobby. Find the first. Did you expect a second? Yeah, I think a step there, but Laz, they're going to find it now. At this point, we look towards damage that ZETA are able to achieve.
This Pokemon's so comfy. Yeah. At least maybe facilitating a bit more to come through for Laz. There it is. Okay, so 2 found, but DRX, 2 on the board, so...
We might see just a little more pace towards mid here, or at least digging a little bit deeper. Double setup on short from ZETA though, and Laz looking to bait with the TP potentially, just to play in depth.
Okay, well, let's see if much comes from it, 'cause that's about to be where they're hitting from. Depp just not had the cleanness of start. Overrun completely and punished by Marco. Still going to bring those Spectres to the perfect place to punish. Now that's a rifle to be collected. Can't police it, can't do anything with it. Spam's not enough to do it. And look at the pace from DRX, capitalizing and using the Spectres they have to try and close the gap, get close quarters. And Sugar Zero overwhelmed, outdone, and DRX turning the screws. As now they have the advantage. It's a 1v2, but 10 still stands. And he's got Buzz dead to right. ZETA calm the nerves with 1 standing.
They're already a judge in the hands of Depp. Again, awkward there. I'm not sure what pulled Laz off short there, because the play was to bait Depp in.
Surely.
So I'm not sure if there was attack coming through. I didn't note any damage coming through. Again, Depp almost fumbles a little bit when contact comes through. It's not pretty.
He has to be such a proponent in this round for them, right? Like, and it's so hard against this default. I don't think he has to almost over-aggress to find value in it, but it's literally what this default's made to handle. It's such a hard predicament to be in for a player like Laz.
Crow just sending shots into the smoke. Just act as a deterrent here. Laz did get spammed up a little bit. He has spotted one, you're right. Tried to find it.
Temptation beckoned. He had to reply! And he still finds Buzz on the way through, but the readjust! What?
Well, that looked good.
What?
Where'd it go?
Rito, please, man. What have you done? Yeah, that looked on the money, but hey. Just don't slow-mo the replay, alright? Just speed past it. 5v4. Draws out a little more fact-finding, but we're down to 40 seconds. But we know how late DRX can still do these hits so well.
Problem being with Sugar Zero, we've seen what he's capable on other maps on the Astra, the smoke criminal himself.
True.
If he tucks himself into sight, he can be a real nuisance, especially so late in the round. A little misdirection.
A bit of a flash and trying to pull the attention, but it's not going to really bring a player away when they still have 5 alive. They can't over-rotate with those, judges anyway, so they're going to be kind of committed to where they stand, which is what we're seeing now. They find Crow, but there's still 2 more to try and clear. 13 seconds in the judge. Jury and executioner being Sugar Zero, just trying to keep control of that site. Good work from Sugar Zero, finding Marco. 2 more, he gets 1 of them. And now Stack's all alone in a 1v2, but it's the time that's his biggest enemy. It's gone. And as has 10, found in the end by Depp, and we're all even 2 apiece.
To clear all these angles so late in the round. And he plays around his smoke so well.
Oh, they're going to give us the replay. You're dangerous. You're playing Oh, is this it? You're like, hey, it's to the right. It's not us. Guys, please.
Don't pause it 4 frames before he shoots.
Production. I can't believe you do that. Play indeed. As it will be the judge still in play for 10. And the right place for this. But is the right time. You can see Buzz going for a little bit of a deeper approach, but the timing's gorgeous. Baited in just on the shoulder peek behind. And it's on the other side of the map too. Lad's getting almost over-aggressive. This is dreamy stuff if he can keep doing this. Just that confidence builder to find flaws in the DRX plan. But again, they've taken away the main man this round. So again.
But it's key. You say the DRX plan, it's so late that usually DRX are clearing B main with this Trailblazer. So 10 posts up so early to counter that. Really nice adjustment, and Laz on the other side as well.
Oh, you thought you had him dead to rights, did you? You thought Crow was alone? Absolutely not. Sugar Zero right by his side. You can see what he's trying to do with it. I don't blame you for it remaining. Oh, Zeta! We're feeling a little bit here today, huh? Okay, 5 standing, and they take the lead. It's 3-2.
In terms of his pressure points, actually on the other side of things, look at this. They're actually pushing through. They're going to clear through. They're going to spot. Stacks on the other side of this, and like I said,
that works.
These adjustments are actually beautiful from Zeta. They're literally pressuring DRX deeper away from sites.
So now I do want to see the reply from DRX potentially to be heavier mid-pressure with commitment behind it. We saw it a couple of times against Optic, kind of splitting through market, pressuring deeper towards CT, and it worked quite nicely to kind of keep Ye from being able to kind of free float around the map, kind of keep him posted up. So I do want to see if that's something they lean towards, but again, for DRX, they have to kind of identify that's something they want to go for. And I wonder if Zeta then know that next step. So I'm looking at currently where Laz is posted, and it feels as though that is the read he's gone for. He's actually reading it correctly already.
Well, this is much more stacked up. With what we see DRX usually aim to do in mid, look at this. It's pulled 4 players towards Mark here. We might even see a hit towards B, which is once every blue moon for DRX.
But with the Seekers coming in, it won't quite take off Laz. I thought the position was tailor-made for it. He can't quite get it once as Marco outdoes him. Seekers down just get absolutely inhaled by Crow, and the site's theirs. So this is the depth of what we see from DRX. So they have these layers to go to, and that is the perfect way to respond to taking extremity control, is just take through middle. Now, Depp's gone in there. Where's it? Any second string to this? There it is. Okay, Sugar Zero gets there in time. After the second smoke comes in, Stack still needs to be cleared. A problem position if they don't deal with it, but actually the lockdown beckoning. Oh, the flash is so good. Catches 2, deals with the lockdown, deals with 10, but a quick trade out, but Marco's still alive. And it's Depp now going to kind of take up the position that he just cleared. And note the time.
Damage could be key here, though.
He can keep him locked to the side, potentially. I say potentially.
And RB tagged up as well.
Let's see the timing. They're trying to get this together. Swing isolates 1 fight, 2 try and dip towards CT. They just want out. They just want out, and that is a really smart way to do it. And this is the depth of DRX signified there. I do think Laz was in a position to try and handle it. Just got out 1 on that 1 fight.
Yeah. I mean, if that goes the other way, slows down the hit. There's a much bigger opportunity for them to recover.
Big win for Marco there.
And the bait is perfect though. Depp is just stood there with the judge inside his own smoke, but eventually the pressure comes through.
Skip ahead. You still have to handle what makes this default great from DRX and the way they just handle the early rounds.
For another adjustment once again. DRX actually has 4 now outside, just in case ZETA try and push forward for this space. That's actually going to get tagged up, but sees nothing is behind the drone.
Oh, but the divide, and now the utility's good though. RB gets caught by the spam. Holds down mouse 1 and 10 takes him out. That's RB gone. That's 4 now. Yes, even with the divide there, the push through. Oh, the flash I thought could have had a little bit more impact, but it's Marco to be the equalizer. Gets 2 back in kind. Now they still have a player on the site, and this 3-man pack of players is just not finding the impact. They really can't make it to the site right now with the divides coming in on either side.
Actually, this defensive cosmic divide here from
kind of
ZETA,
saved him a little bit in my mind.
Saved him. Yeah, there's 2 that fall in front of it, but take that any day of the week to slow down this DRX hit, which is, it's a death ball. It's all 5 members. Sugar Zero not spotting the cross. There is a trap just outside tree here, so it will notify ZETA, but you can see them considering the rotation already.
Yeah, you can see them getting antsy.
Sorry, my mistake. Laz has fallen.
He's already gone, so they've read it well enough at this point. They're aware of what's coming in, but there's going to be a slice through. Sugar Zero does get a fight, but he doesn't win it. Stax wins out and buys him a lot of time here for the plant and gives him the player advantage. So now Depp with the ult, sure. We've got to see what he can do with it. 10 by his side, still got Tommy ready to go as well. Utilizing the bait, there it is, and tries to build off the back. With the limited amounts, they still try and find their impact. Depp going to try and lead the charge a little. 10 now takes the steps. No one's over-peaking, though. They're not giving them chances here in time. It's such a factor. Bye-bye. Marco's gone. Spam again towards hell, but it's on towards the site. Zest, what a time to come alive. Swings it well and finds both.
As well, so that secondary angle coming through. Again, good defense here. Immediately responding with the cosmic divide. You can see here, just